Now we're going to need to grow the circle. So to grow our circle, we're going to just we're going to read the radius off of it. Var rad equals sir.getRadius. So we're asking for the radius of the circle. We then increase radius by whatever the increment was, and then set radius to that new radius, or yeah, set circle's radius to rad. Let's try that out. All right, it didn't do anything. It's because I did the classic mistake of forgetting to call that function or set a timer. I'm going to set a timer on grow. We'll set it for 50 mil. No, I'm going to set it for 30 milliseconds. And we'll run it. Talk to me, people. I've been doing this for years. I'm a professional. Why am I seeing an error? Specifically, reference error. Sir is not defined. Excellent. Sir is local. Make sir a global variable. Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to make that a global variable. And I'm going to happily click run again and get hit with a different, also interesting error code, which is it's undefined because we cannot have var sir here and var sir here. Gotta get rid of var in there. Ooh, ooh. That's nice. I think it only works because you said it would, Raiden. And it's getting big. It's getting really big, and that's it. It just keeps on growing. We're gonna have to fix a couple of things. So one, we need to change the color of it, and two, we need to stop it at some point. First, I'll check the. First, we'll make it stop. If red is bigger than the width of the screen, stop. More specifically, I need to actually go over here and say if rad times 2 is bigger than the get width. That should correctly stop it at the width or height, whatever it was. All right, nice. So now that I think about it, I think they did say get height. Hey, Leo, no worries. I'm actually hotspotting right now because my connection was bad. Hey, if you disconnect, it's totally fine. I've got the recording on. Feel free to just check the recording. I'll have it posted here in about an hour. Obviously, stay with us as long as you can, but if you do drop for a few minutes, it's backed up. You won't miss anything. So this is looking good. This is stopping our circle from growing out of control. Can you use code? What does the if do? It says if your radius times 2 is ever greater than the height, stop growing. And it makes it so that it automatically stops once we hit our maximum height, once we expand. I'm actually going to set that to an equals. Or I'll do greater than or equal to. That's probably the smartest way to do it. All right, now we just have to change colors. Make it max width. I don't know. I went with max height because this thing says height. But then the other project says width. It doesn't matter. I'll leave it to y'all's discretion. Whatever you think looks better, you do it. You do that. Maybe I'll switch it up. I gotta get colors going. Yeah, it doesn't seem to mind. I don't even know if it's checking for the stopped timer. Yeah, nice. I'm gonna change colors. How do I do it? Maria, you're on to something. Love it. If, so we're gonna put this in grow as an if. Excellent. And then, well, radius is already increasing because of this little maneuver here. Radius is already increasing by 1 every time the grow function gets called, or increasing by whatever increment is, which in this case is currently 1. Okay, this is important to note. I'm really glad you mentioned that, Thomas. A loop is instantaneous. It's repetition, but it is lightning fast. Our grow function, which is on a timer, is not instantaneous. That's why we can see it. So for animations, we need to be changing things slow. I think we should just do it in grow because we already have it being changed. How do we get it to change not every time, right? Because if I go and say, and this is what Demario was saying, because if I just say sir.set color to randomizer.next color, then this is gonna, and it's changing very, very fast. So this is what Demario was encouraging is we do an if statement and say, yeah, let's check rad. And if rad mod 10 is equal to 0, so every 10 of its iterations, that's when you change the color. Boop, 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 boop. And I don't think the test cases mind how you do it as long as you're utilizing randomizer to do it. No, this looks good. This looks great. Yes, good. This is not it. This is it. If you click on TGA1 shrinking circle, it will take you to something that kind of looks like this, which is saying that for this TGA, you need to modify 4.2.5. What you need to modify is that it should start big, it should shrink, and then it should stop when it disappears. So, give me suggestions. How do I modify this project to get it to fit the new parameters, to get it to fit the new rules? Even if you don't know how to accomplish them, just give me suggestions. What do you know needs to happen? Kind of treat it like a to-do list. Okay, make it shrink, get it to move the opposite direction. Subtraction maybe. Okay, so we know we need to change the way the radius needs to be changing the opposite direction. Radius must decrease over time. Okay, well, we'll hold up, Thomas. Interesting you said that because that suggestion was also given in previously. This here, while removing the halves would increase it, it would only move the position. So it would shift the whole circle over here. It wouldn't change its actual starting size. But we could change the start radius. That's solid. That is a very fast way of doing it. So change start radius. Anything else? These are all great suggestions. Is there anything else we need to get done? The color changer should just keep working. Start radius could be get height. Let's try that. I'm down. Color should stop when. Oh, the whole program should stop when it's too small. Okay, I'm getting a couple of people saying we should change the start radius to get height. I have a feeling that's going to be interesting. And then somebody said change this to a minus. Nice, Andres. And stop when it's too small. I'm just going to change this right here and say when rad is, yeah, less than or equal to 0. Are y'all proud of yourselves? What have we done? Excellent. Good. Yes. Wait, I love this. Hold up. So, real quick, Thomas, it was your idea right up until it didn't work, and then it was Andres' idea. Yeah. No, you have the credit. Look at you guys being so generous with the credit for that idea. I love it. Yeah, I think that's the move. It's let's divide that by 2 so that basically the whole height will be halved. So we're just going center to top or center to bottom, and that would be the radius, which is still center to outside. So that should generate us a circle. Yeah, that's better. That's the way it goes. All good, Braden. I'm glad you had time to contribute. I blame teacher. Give me the goods. Let's take a look. Real quick, I'm gonna check yours in just a sec. I hate that, Mimona. That's right for the wrong reasons. Okay, I've got yours on queue as well. Real quick, before I jump in, let me talk to you guys real quick about actually submitting this thing. When your project is done, when you are happy with it, I want you to copy the link at the top of the screen, and I want you to submit that in the OLS. That's all you're going to submit. Now let's take a look real quick at our rubric. 4 things you need. It should change color. It should change size. Specifically, it should be decreasing its size. It should have good indentation. And it should have good documentation, which is comments describing each function and the program as a whole. So make sure to do all these things. What do we still need to add to our program to get it to 100%, to get it to get full points? Just the comments, you got it. But the version we've got satisfies all of these. We just don't have any meaningful comments. So yeah, that would be a 75, 80, something like that. Oh man, you guys are funny.